Good morning. This is Robert Kaars Sijpesteijn bringing you this morning's market update. European markets have opened lower this morning, with the Germany 30 down 50 points and the UK 100 down 10 points. In the States, Treasury yields fell and the dollar gave up its gains as the market took the view that interest rates will stay lower for longer following the release of the latest minutes from the Federal Reserve. While minutes showed that some policymakers were pushing for a rate hike this year, traders appeared to be focused on the view of some officials that the central bank should wait for inflation to accelerate at a quicker clip before making a move. In another sign of Wall Street's dovish interpretation of the minutes, the S&P 500 utilities sector, which is favored for its dividend yield, has performed well in the low-rate environment, was recently higher by 1.2%. extending in advance from earlier in the day. Moving to commodities, central bankers have long understood that a few well-placed words can wield nearly as much power as pulling the actual levers of monetary policy. It is a lesson that OPEC and Saudi Arabia have started to heed. Just a few short sentences from Saudi Arabia's energy minister Khalid Al-Falih last week sent hedge funds scrambling to cover large bets against the oil price, subsequently propelling Brent crude 10% higher and largely silencing fears that the market was on the cusp of another rout. Following calls from Venezuela for bigger producers to revisit the idea of freezing output, Mr. Farley said the kingdom was willing to discuss any possible action needed to stabilize prices when OPEC ministers gather informally at a conference next month. For those that had written off OPEC and Saudi Arabia's position as the central bank of oil, the market's reaction was notable. Most long-term OPEC watchers expect no official agreement to emerge from the Algeria gathering, even as oil-dependent economies struggle under the weight of a two-year price collapse. Still, prices shot higher at the mere threat of action and have continued to rise. Yesterday, Brent crude added 88 cents to close on $49.80 a barrel, while gold climbed $4 to close on $1,352.40. In today's corporate news, Swiss firm Nestlé reported sales of 43.2 billion Swiss francs in the first half of the year, while conglomerate Swire's revenue for the first half fell 5% to 30.075 billion Hong Kong dollars. Today's economic data in focus: at 9 o'clock in Europe, the current account for June was released, and at 9:30 UK retail sales for July were released. At 10 o'clock, European Consumer Price Index for July and construction output for July are released. At 12:30, the ECB monetary policy meetings accounts are released, followed at 1:30 in the US by jobless claims for August, and at 9 o'clock by FOMC member Williams giving a speech. That's all for this morning's market update. Thank you and goodbye.